Today is Saturday, September 27th, and I just came by Groom Lake Road. Look at that. No more roadblock. Groom Lake Road, as of right now, is open to the public again. The two porta potties are still sitting there, but everybody is gone, and you got a clear shot to the Groom Lake Road gate of Area 51. So I'm gonna see if I can get to the crash site. Wish me luck. Here ahead of me is the road that goes to the base camp of the crash site cleanup. I'm gonna see if anybody is there or if I can get in there. Nobody here. Look at that. Look at that, there's nobody here. Well, I'm gonna see if I can make it to the crash site then. Give you a first-hand look at the crash site where a few days ago a UAV crashed. Here it is, the road that goes to the crash site. Let's see how far we can get. Well, so far the road is in pretty good condition. They improved it quite a bit. And I can see the road off in the distance, so I still got quite a ways to go. Well, let's see, it gets a little dicey here. No big deal. Alright, easy through. I don't see anyone here, so it looks like they are gone. They packed up and left. I see some dust on Groom Lake Road. I hope that's not security coming after me, but I haven't seen any sign that says I can't be here. This is public land, so I should be all right. And the road continues, and I think I can see that little hill where the crash site is on the other side of the hill. I'm almost there. So far I haven't seen anyone. Here's that little hill that we saw from a distance. And at the foot on the right of this hill, that is where the crash site is. Holy smokes, I made it. This is the end of the tracks. Right here, this is the crash site. This is where that drone crashed a few days ago. Nobody here, no wreckage inside. I'm going to do a little poking around and see what I can find. But this is it. And this is the hill we were looking at from a great distance. Way back over there where the corral is. We can see that this is a very small area of disturbed ground. That drone must have come down in one piece and they brought it out on this road. Let's see if we can find the impact crater. This is what the crash site looks like from the other side. A really small area of disturbed ground, and it looks like right in the center that could be a burn mark, a burnt Joshua tree. So right here, this is where the drone came down, and they really tore up the ground, so it's impossible to find an impact mark. But right here is where the drone came down. This would have been an interesting place to be a few days ago at 12:37 in the morning. Just for good measure, another view of the site from a different angle. Lots of tracks, but nobody around. And so far I haven't found any debris. The desert has a way of washing up the debris, even if it might be buried in the dirt. After good rains, sometimes debris washes back to the surface. So I will certainly come back here and do some more digging. I'm just very surprised that the site has been opened that quickly. Back there in the distance you can see where Groom Lake Road leads into Area 51. And panning around to the mountain range. I think that is Tikaboo Peak. I'm not entirely certain. It looks different from this angle, but I will verify that on Google Earth. And all kinds of tracks. I saw some footprints. They really cleaned this up very well. But I guarantee you that there are still pieces left. There's always something left. We're looking at the site now from the other side of a shallow wash. And I believe this is where I saw vehicles, possibly a trailer and a pickup truck. And then over here, that is where we saw a possible tent or wreckage covered up by a blue tarp. So here it is. The crash site of a UAV that crashed in the early morning hours of September 23rd near the border of Area 51. We don't know what it was. We don't know if it was a secret drone. I did hear on security transmissions that it was a drone. They said there was live ordnance on board. And initially, security patrols in vehicles were advised to keep their windows rolled up, probably because it was still burning and there might have been toxic fumes. So within a little over 4 days, they completely cleaned up this site. And other than tracks, there is nothing to see here. But of course, if you see tracks in the desert that lead nowhere, that is almost always a crash site. Sometimes it might be going to a mine where somebody has been doing some prospecting, but most of the time there's a crash site at the end of a road to nowhere. So here it is, the crash site of a UAV. They say it was out of Creech Air Force Base. We don't know that for a fact. I have some other interesting information that I might throw into this video that might indicate otherwise, but right now we really just don't know. So I gotta head back to the highway. I'm on my way to Vegas. I can't really spend a lot of time here, but I wanted to show you the crash site. And I would certainly come back and do some digging around in the dirt for pieces, maybe with a metal detector. So thanks for watching this video. And if you want to watch more footage like this, then please subscribe to my channel.